Hi guys, here from my new Georgian flag from Pax Europiana. I'm preparing my visit to Georgia and I will come to this beautiful place and I will call for NATO based on the German principle and precedents of 55, NATO membership of free Georgia. I will call for the European Union potential EU candidate status on the 23rd of June. That's very important, and I will call, similar like Kosovo and like Bosnia, I will call for the euro to adopt in Georgia, the same like in Kosovo and in Montenegro. I will call also for federal Georgia to be part of the European system of federal Europe, a full member politically in 2029, but with power to the regions like we have it in Austria, in Upper Austria, in Steiermark, in Vorarlberg, and all region. And basically that's also an offer then for Abkhazia and South Ossetia to return if they want one day. But at the moment they will be not joining NATO and EU and of course not the euro because they are Russian occupied, and so that's the way for peace. It's quite logical and I will do that, and I will also call for the recognition of Kosovo because that's also very important for Georgia to be part of the free world, but on the back door via the Balkans with the allies to be part of the Regional Cooperation Council of CEFTA and also to be very successful together and to have under the leadership of Zelensky an alliance of 9 countries, Ukraine leading, it's the biggest with 40 million, and they have 20 million about in the 8 other countries, Georgia, Moldova, and the 6 Western Balkan countries, and all together in the European Union in 2029, based on the EU Customs Union membership, like Turkey has it already. Georgia, please join that. And based on the euro, like most countries in the region have already a peg to the euro. Not everybody, not Turkey, not Albania, not Moldova, not Georgia, not Ukraine. But as you see now in the crisis and the war of 2022, it's much better to have the euro. If they would have listened to me already in Ukraine, introduced the euro, we wouldn't have all these disasters and crises now. The people would be much better off. With the hryvnia, they cannot pay in Europe. It's a very big problem. And of course, we have a deep currency crisis to come of Ukraine again. And so it's much better to be in the euro from the day one, and the Russians cannot start a war for the euro. So Georgia adopt the euro, and it's absolutely possible. Do it together with Ukraine, Moldova, and with Albania and Macedonia, Bosnia in one big swoop. And then also join the EU Customs Union. That can be also done very easily because DCFTA is quite similar. It's all the same. There's only one NATO, there's only one EU. All the processes are very similar. And so, but we have to start economically here with the euro, the customs union, the membership in the Regional Cooperation Council, a big alliance formed under the leadership of Zelensky. And let's not get divided here, the Ukrainians being angry about the Moldovans and about the Georgians and, you know, about the Serbs. Yeah, you should be angry about the Serbs, yeah. And everybody not, and so many of them not recognizing Kosovo, like Bosnia, Georgia and Moldova and Ukraine. That's a big mistake. Yeah? So we should be all much more united, the 9 countries together, and then join the European Union together. And that's the logical way to get this done. I will also go to the central bank again. I will call for the recognition of Kosovo. I will call for federalization, for the removal of old Stalin monuments, and so on and so on. That's my plan for European Georgia, and I call also for the release of Saakashvili. He shouldn't be in prison, it's crazy. And I call also for the full West integration of Georgia, like we had full West integration for Western Germany, and that's the logic here. And we should not somehow be in between. That is never working, as we see with the other countries, and we should also abolish, by the way, let me not forget, the Eastern Partnership must be finished. And then it is something new, like a new Eastern Partnership for Armenia, for Azerbaijan, but they should be in a kind of a new one with Central Asia, yeah? Because for Georgia, Eastern Partnership is an insult. You should be a EU potential candidate member and receive IPA funding, which is much better, much higher, much more productive, much more competence transfer, much faster EU accession, because Eastern Partnership is not for EU accession, as we well learned since 2011. So the situation is like this. That's my wish for European Georgia, and that will be the way I will promote during my visit. Expect many videos of me on that line, and I've published already on that one, and that's my proposals for European Georgia. If I have some other more ideas when I'm there, I will certainly get a lot of new ideas, but I'm looking forward. It's my second time then in Georgia. So God will, I will be very active there, and I will look forward for this beautiful country. And I regret I didn't do more for Georgia when I was EDS chairman in the 90s. But now, in a strange twist of fate, I'm now 53 and I behave like a EDS chairman again. And they all don't like it because it's not the line which Europe should have. But we are now in this kind of dramatic moments of European destiny when Russia attacks us, and we have to be all much more united. And Georgia has now made this EU application, very good, and now in 2022 we have EU potential candidate Georgia and a NATO map for Georgia, and we could have all of this if the Europeans didn't have their mutiny against George Bush in 2008 in April in Bucharest, and the world would be a much peaceful place and much better place. But we have opted for appeasement of Russia, being in the back of Russia. That was the idea of Merkel and Macron and Hollande and how they are called. And now the Georgians have paid a terrible price for that, and the Ukrainians even worse. And now we have to get them into the safety of EU, NATO and the Euro. That's the most important. And with the alliance of the Balkans together. Okay? Guys, thanks a lot. I'm looking forward to come to Georgia. Looking very much forward indeed. Bye. More from Georgia in June only. It's 2 weeks to go. Bye.